6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says Pakistan will provide trade corridors to regional countries through its railway system and ports. Minister of State for Petroleum says benefits of crude oil imported from Russia will be passed on to the common man very soon. Pakistan and the European Union have agreed to collaborate further in disaster management and capacity building. The tropical cyclone Biparjoy has weakened into a very severe cyclonic storm category 3, reaching closer to the coastline of Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, occupation forces in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 Kashmiri youth in Kupwara district today. In Ukraine, at least 10 people were killed in an overnight Russian missile strike on an apartment building in Kharkiv town. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has directed the authorities concerned to initiate work on upgradation of railway main line. Presiding over a review meeting regarding matters related to Pakistan Railways in Islamabad today, he said, ML1 is the backbone of Pakistan Railways. The Prime Minister said Pakistan will also provide trade corridors to other regional countries in future through its railway system and ports. He said the government is taking various steps on priority basis for the rehabilitation of Pakistan Railways. The Prime Minister said people are taking benefits from education, health and communication projects, including motorways initiated by PMLN. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says the government has presented a historic budget specifically designed for the youth to help them start their entrepreneurship activities. In a statement, he said, the budget will provide youth the opportunity to create jobs for others by starting their own entrepreneurship. The Prime Minister said the upcoming year will be the year of increased income generation of the people and the country. Shehbaz Sharif said this is the budget of economic stability, quick development in various areas, including industry, agriculture, information technology, and energy. The Prime Minister said 2,000 billion rupees Kisan package would further expedite the country's journey of agriculture development and prosperity. Former member National Assembly Hanif Abbasi called on Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif in Islamabad today. Prevailing political situation of the country came under discussion during the meeting. Member National Assembly Naz Baloch also called on Prime Minister. During the meeting, they discussed political and economic situation of the country. Minister of State for Petroleum Dr. Musaddiq Malik has said that circular debt vis-a-vis gas has been reduced to zero due to prudent policies of the incumbent government. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said an agreement has also been signed with Azerbaijan under which a cargo ship containing LNG will reach Pakistan every month. He said the supply will not only help meet the requirements of LNG but also help decrease its prices. Pakistan and the European Union have agreed to explore further avenues for collaboration in disaster management and capacity building. The understanding to this effect reached during meeting between Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Hina Robani Khar and the European Commissioner for Crisis Management Janez Lenaric in Brussels today. In her meeting with the European Commissioner for Home Affairs Yelva Johnson, Hina Robani Khar discussed optimal utilization of the recently launched Migration and Mobility Dialogue, including opportunities for legal migration of skilled labor. The Senate continued discussion on the budget for the year 2023-24 today. Participating in the debate, Jam Mehtab Hussain Dahar was appreciative of the government for extending incentives to important sectors such as the IT to promote exports. Humayun Muhammad said all sectors of the economy have witnessed a decline over the last 1 year. In his remarks, Sayyid Yusuf Raza Gilani called for agreeing on a charter by all political parties to revamp the economy, curb unemployment, inflation, and poverty. The National Assembly continued discussion on the budget for the next fiscal year today. Participating in the debate, Minister for Water Resources Syed Khurshid Shah said the budget has been presented in a difficult economic situation. Nur Alam Khan in his remarks said there is no relief for the poor people and farmers in the budget. He said 70% of population lives in rural areas, but nothing is done to improve their standard of living. This is Radio Pakistan. The tropical cyclone Biparjoy has weakened into a very severe cyclonic storm category 3 with sustained wind speeds of approximately 140 to 150 kilometers per hour and gusts up to 170 kilometers per hour after it started reaching closer to the coastline of the country. According to the National Disaster Management Authority, the cyclone is roughly 460 kilometers south of Karachi, 450 kilometers south of Thatta, and 565 kilometers southeast of Urmara. The areas likely to be affected include Thatta, Badin, Sajawal, Tharparkar, Karachi, Mirpur Khas, Umarkot, Hyderabad, Urmara, Tandowala Yar Khan, and Tando Muhammad Khan. Minister for Climate Change Shari Rahman has asked the people living near the coastal belt of Sindh and Balochistan to seriously follow the advisories issued by National Disaster Management Authority to avoid any untoward situation due to cyclone Biparjoy. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad, she said 12 feet high tides can hit the coastal belt of the country. On the occasion, Chairman NDMA Lieutenant General Inam Haider Malik said cyclone Biparjoy can hit the KT Bandar on Thursday. He said all arrangements have been completed for rescue and relief operation. Minister for Power Engineer Khurram Dastagir Khan says high winds are expected in southeastern part of the country due to Biparjoy cyclone on Thursday. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad today, he said cyclone conditions are affecting LNG ships in approaching Karachi port. Federal Minister said due to cyclone, it is dangerous to operate the power plants during high velocity winds. He said some plants may go offline during the cyclone. Minister for Poverty Alleviation and Social Safety Shazia Mari says necessary steps are being taken both in Sindh and Balochistan to cope with any untoward situation arising from cyclone Biparjoy. Speaking in National Assembly today, she said the process of evacuation of the people from different areas of the coastal belt is continuing, and so far about 80,000 to 100,000 people have been evacuated. She said billboards are also being removed in Karachi. Radio Pakistan will launch a dedicated health channel in collaboration with private sector to apprise the people about healthcare facilities in the country. It was decided at a meeting between Director General Pakistan Broadcasting Corporation Muhammad Tahir Hassan and CEO Islamabad Medical and Dental College Yasir Khan Niazi in Islamabad today. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, occupation forces in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 Kashmiri youth in Kupwara district today. According to Kashmir Media Service, the youth were martyred by the troops during a cordon and search operation in Machhal area. Myanmar's ruling junta has suspended humanitarian access to western Rakhine state, where more than 1 million people are in urgent need of aid month after Cyclone Mocha. According to United Nations Humanitarian Office, the situation has even crippled life-saving distributions to short-hit communities. Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Shtayyeh has expressed deep concern over a draft law being discussed in the Israeli parliament to divide Al-Aqsa Mosque. In his remarks at the cabinet session in Ramallah, he warned Israeli authorities against submitting the bill to Knesset in coming days. In Ukraine, at least 10 people were killed in an overnight Russian missile strike on an apartment building in Kharkiv town. Officials said at least 28 people were wounded and others could still be trapped under the rubble. And finally, the weather. Mainly very hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, dust and thunderstorm rain with isolated hailstorm is likely in Kashmir, South and East Punjab, Gilgit-Baltistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, East and South Balochistan, and Eastern and Lower Sindh. Dust storm and dust-raising winds are likely in central districts of the country in the afternoon. And this is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.